Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Amy and today we're going to be doing a review and tutorial using Dose of Colors. And I'm super excited that my order had finally came in. I'm going to show you what it looks like inside. This is the packaging. Really nice looking. And just comes with a little card that says Dose of Colors and a little sticker with little Mickey decals, and this little card with these pretty ladies on it. And I'm going to get started and show you guys what I got. So this is called the Ideal Duo Loose Pigment and Primer in the color Shell. Looks like this. And when you take it out of the packaging, it's just a little dual container like this that comes with a little pigment and a little teeny mirror, a little pigment in the lid, and when you unscrew it, it's got loose pigment. It's got loose pigment all in it like that sometimes falls out everywhere when you're showing people. It's very sparkly and it's everywhere now. So just to give you guys an idea of what this looks like, I'm going to pop it right there. Ignore that time on my arm that I wrote down. I couldn't find a piece of paper and I had to write it somewhere, okay? Had to remember. And so I'm going to tap into the glitter. That was the primer. And I'm going to tap into that glitter that's supposed to go over top of that. And that's what that looks like. It's very pretty. Let's see what the packaging says. It says, for ultimate color payoff, apply small amount of the primer with your fingertip or a synthetic brush and then the pigment over top. And results are hashtag a dose of perfection. So I really like, that's a really pretty color. It's like a rose gold type color. And the next thing in the box that I'm really excited about is now I've been waiting to order Dose of Colors, but I had been waiting for like better reviews and stuff of Dose of Colors. Not that I've been seeing bad reviews, but I just haven't seen enough, you know, to place an order because their liquid lipsticks are as much as an Ofra liquid lipstick. So I'm like, I'm going to go with something I know is good. And their eyeshadow palettes are pretty, well, the bigger ones are pretty expensive. They're comparable to, you know, high-end brands, and this is a more high-end brand, I suppose. So I needed to know if the quality was good before I was going to, you know, dish out $50, $60, $70 on this brand, you know. So I ended up getting a Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in my BoxyCharm that I'll link up here if you want to see it. And it was the Strawberry Pop one. Very pretty. I love it. It wore so well. The color payoff was amazing. It was opaque all the way through. It was comfortable and I really liked it. So I went ahead and got me a liquid lipstick because I found out that it was pretty good. So this is the color Bear With Me. And it's because I've been searching for the perfect nude pink, like the perfect amount liquid lipstick. So I'm hoping that this is it. And it looks just like this. It looks a little dark on my arm, but my arm isn't actually as light as it looks with all these lights on it, so, you know. But you'll see swatches if you go over to my Instagram after I post this. I usually post, well, I always post what I do on here on there, so you can see, you know, true to color, you know, picture on there. So the next thing is the Play It Cool liquid lipstick, and it just looks like this. It's like a mauve-y toned, looks just like that. I really like that one as well. And what I have been wanting to get the most since I first heard of Dose of Colors, which wasn't crazy long ago. It was actually, I think, when this collection came out that I'm about to show you. But I wanted to get this ever since it came out, and that is the Mickey collection. And it's not because it's Mickey Mouse, even though we love Mickey Mouse, but it's because I love the color scheme in here, because I don't have any of these shadows that I wanted that are in here in any of my other palettes. So for instance, this specific red, I don't have it in my other palettes. This exact mauve, I don't have it. This gray slate cool color, I don't have it in my other palettes. This color, I don't really have that one, that shade in those palettes. And it just really appealed to me aesthetically, and I said, I really want to try that. So I needed a reason, I needed to know, is it good? And it was good enough for me to go ahead and make this order and get this. So we're gonna test this palette out and see if it's any good, if the quality is good, and I certainly hope so. So I'm going to bring you guys in a little closer before I get started. So I'm gonna get a fluffy shader brush. This is the Tash one that I keep talking about. It's just a dense shader like this. And we're gonna go into this color, Hug Me. And I'm gonna let you know what I think of these colors, and I'm gonna give you, that is much more pigmented than I thought it was gonna be, because look at it in here, and then look at it on my eye. Boo. Much darker than I thought it was gonna be. I was gonna build it up anyways, but sheesh. So let's just take a second to blend that guy out. And like I said, this color is called Hug Me. And I'm just gonna go in some circular motions to buff that out. And I'm really excited to be trying this because, like I said, I have been wanting this freaking palette ever since I saw it, and I was like, I've got to get it. And I was just waiting to hear, you know, about Dose of Colors being good. And you know, you saw Desi and Katie, their collab with them, and Karen's collab with them, and you're like, yeah, I see how they look, but they're also YouTubers, and it's not that I don't, you know, trust what they're saying, but you know, they're going to want to make sure their brand gets sold, so they're not going to really say anything negative about their own collab, you know. Someone who I really trust with reviews on here is Raw Beauty Christy. I feel like she's super down to earth and gives really honest reviews. She hasn't given me a bad impression, you know, like she would be falsifying something. So far, this color is super, like, pigmented, much more than I initially thought it was gonna be. It just didn't look like it would be. And I'm gonna take a dense shader brush. I mean, I'm sorry, a small smudger brush, if I can talk. And I'm just gonna run that same color under the eyes. Just like so. Why doesn't it look as dense as dense? What am I, dense? I can't figure out the right words to say. It doesn't look as strong under the eyes. I was expecting it to. And I have something on my face. Alright, so the next color I want to move into is, I'm going to take a little tapered shader brush like this. This is just the Elizabeth Mott blending brush. I'm going to take this color Oh Boy. I'm going to tap into that. And I want to take that right at the top of where that color ended. Just a little bit of it. Just very little. I dipped into the wrong color. And you guys know I've already got my base done, which is just the Maybelline Fit Me foundation today. And my brows are the Benefit Ka-Brow. Today I have on the IT Cosmetics concealer. Okay. The next thing I want to do is, I think I want to lay this color Aw Shucks down as a base. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my little tissue trick that I've showed you guys before, because I'm not sure if this color is going to have some fallout or not. So what I'm going to get is a flat shader brush so I can pack that color onto the lid. I'm just going to use this Alamar Cosmetics one. See how that looks. And you know what I've showed you guys 100 times. Take a square of tissue, fold it. That's going to help your line that you want instead of using tape, and it's going to keep that fallout from getting all over your face. So I'm going to tap into that product, and I say I think it's going to have fallout just because it's pretty kick-uppy. Whoa, in the palette. That is crazy pigmented. I was not expecting that. I wasn't expecting these to be bad quality or anything, but I just feel like the payoff is a little different than what I expected. So with the tip of this, I'm shaping this to how I want the shape to be in the end. So I'm using the tip of that, and I'm just going to carve that. And this is just a method I like to do. I don't really see other people do this, but it works for me, so it's something I do. I'm just taking where I want that with the tip of the brush and carving where I want that shape. I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. Lay that tissue down for fallout. And I'm just patting that all over the lid first. And if I look on my tissue, there is a little bit of fallout, but not a crazy amount. Not more than any other good brand. See if I can pat that on. And I'm going to do the same thing I just did. I'm going to shape how I want my shape. So look at your other eye for reference, like that. And I'm also, while I'm at it, going to run just a tinge of this color on the outer third of the eye underneath. I'm not bringing it any closer in than that. Alright, now let's take a small shader brush. I want to take something a little more compact. Let's use this little guy. This is a Luxie 122 mini tapered brush. It just looks like that. And because I don't want to move this dark shade around a whole lot, I really just want to buff the edges out. So I don't want to use a bigger brush. So we're just going to take a second to really buff that edge out. And start to really diffuse it. And if you have to tap, I'm going to tap back into that Hug Me shade just to make sure I'm really diffusing the edge. Because if you see the difference between these two, you don't want a harsh edge. I want to lay the shape down that I want for this look, and then I'm going to start buffing. Alright, this is going to be a smoky eye apparently. A lot of times I sit down and I don't have anything, like if it's something like this that I've not used before, I don't really have a direction I want to go. I just kind of let the palette choose for me, so to speak. I just feel where it takes me and see what colors I'm gravitating towards and what I want to use. So I guess it's more organic that way. But other times, you know, I think of something and I'm like, oh, I'd like to make a tutorial on that, and then I do it, you know. So now that we've got those lines better diffused, I'm going to go in with that Hug Me color on a fluffy blending brush and just make sure that that transition shade we laid down first is still nice and smooth and nice and opaque. Alright, so I'm thinking what I want to do is take this color Hooray, which is the really shimmery, cool gray purple color, and I'm going to tap into that. I'm going to touch this with my finger. You know, this feels almost like, not wet, but like, I don't know. It feels like a not wet cream shadow, but it almost feels wet. Like if I could show you guys how much, when you dip into it, it just kind of clumps up and comes off in this color. It must be the formula for this one. So I'm going to take that shade and I'm going to pack that onto, ooh-wee, I should have used my tissue. This has a lot of fallout. I'm going to pack that onto the lid. Just like that. And I'm going to take it underneath where I want it. Just like that. I'm going to do the same thing with the other eye. That's a very pretty color. I really like that on top of the other color. I like them individually as well, but I really like how that first color I laid down gave it some depth. So I'm just patting that, and I'm going to go back and blend again after this step. That is some sultry, sultry eyeshadow right there. So let's go back in with that little Luxie blending brush. And again, just make sure we've got diffused edges. And in this palette, it's 6 eyeshadows, and it comes with a highlighter also. And this palette is $39, which the whole reason I didn't buy it to begin with is I was like, ooh, I know it comes with a highlighter, but that's only 6 shadows for $39. And so I was a little hesitant to see, you know, how it was going to pay off. So far I'm really liking how it looks. I'm just going to do a little more blending in this section of my eye. Just a little back and forth motions. A little back and forth right there. Super sultry. Now the next thing I want to do is figure out if I want to use an eyeliner with this look or not. Let's do it. First thing I'm going to do is actually get a fluffy brush, and this is just an Aesthetica P12 brush. Knock off that glitter, because some of that glitter from that pretty shimmery shade fell out on my face. So let's take, this is one of my favorite black eyeliners. I used it in my video Wednesday. This is the Sugar Cosmetics Colourliner Blackout Liner. It's just a scroll up liner like that. I'm going to tight line my eye. Which we all know isn't pretty, but we're doing it. There is no pretty way to do it, girls. I've already told you. Just do it and get it over with. You'll be pretty when you're done. Alright. I like to, after I do my eyeliner, sometimes I like to blink a couple times, see if any of it transferred and came off, and just reapply. Because that's just naturally going to happen when you blink. Some of it's going to come up. So the next thing I'm going to do is take, let's go ahead and I'm going to curl my lashes and put on mascara, and that way we can finish the rest of the face and we can try out this highlighter and do some blush, and then we're going to do liquid lipstick. Pretty excited to try that liquid lipstick. I don't know what I want to do for this look, if I want to go dark or if I want to go light. I may want to apply the dark first and then go in with the light. I'm not quite sure yet. This is just the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I'm just going to go ahead and apply those to my top and bottom. And you know what I like to do after I curl my bottom? Apply it to my bottom. I like to take it and zhuzh them around just to make sure that my lashes are curled and nice. Okay, now we're going to do the top. And I'm wondering about this highlighter, because if I'm being honest, in the packaging it doesn't look ultra impressive. It just looks like a peachy, not peachy, well kinda, like a light peachy pearl highlighter. So it doesn't look ultra impressive in the packaging. So we'll see how it looks on the face. and then I'll know. I wonder if you can hear my dog or not. What are you doing? Come here. What are you doing? He's making all kinds of noise. He just wants attention. He doesn't like when you take the attention off of him. He's my little baby. Yeah, I hear you. That's with the mascara. Nice and sultry appearance. Okay, so let's move on to blush. And today I'm just going to use this Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-hour blush in Corky, which is this color. I'm just going to take my BH number 4 brush and go in with that. Maybe a tinge more. I know it was like a thing for a while where everyone stopped wearing blush, and I was like, why? To me, it just looks a little crazy when you have your eyes done, your lips, and every other part of your face is done, but you're just like washed out across here. Like, why do you do that? I mean, I'm all for everybody doing, you know, what makes them happy and their preference, but that was just a little bit of a strange idea to me. So what I'm going to do first is take a Luxie 522 tapered highlighter brush, and I'm going to go ahead and grab out my pencil brush from BH Cosmetics. This is just the number 10 brush, and this is what that highlight looks like. And I'm going to dip into that. I'm going to stamp right by my eye. Carry it up a little bit like I like to do. Take a little under the brow bone. Take a little more around my eyes right here. Just because I like a good inner corner highlight. Alright. Tap a little bit on my nose and my Cupid's bow. Tap a little right here. Why do I do that? I do side effects for my, side effects. I think it's because I haven't had coffee. I think that's it. Ooh, okay. That is very pretty. If I had to compare this to something, I would say it's comparable to maybe my Mary Luminizer highlighter from the Balm. It's really effortless, has a really good color payoff, and it almost reminds me of the color. It's just, this is a little more nude toned, if that makes sense, than the Mary Luminizer. That one's more of like a white highlighter. Oh, it's pretty though. I have to say, I definitely was kind of thinking it wasn't going to be that pretty, because just in the palette, it just kind of looks like a big eyeshadow. You know, it doesn't have that wow factor, so to speak. I like the name of it. It's called Beyond Classic, and it's got a cute little imprint of Mickey's head in it, which is very cute. I really like that, actually, though. That'll be something I reach for, probably even if I don't use this palette. So, and so far I'm really liking everything that I've tried. I'm gonna go back in one more time with a blending brush. Probably not that one. Let me use this big fluffy BH number 5 brush just for the top part of my eye, just to make sure everything is cohesive. I think I may want to next time blend the dark shade before I move on to the second eye, because I feel like it kind of laid the color a little long for there. So the next thing I'm going to take is, and also, I do like, I don't do it every time, but I do like to spray Fix Plus before I lay my highlighter down because it adds like an extra pop to it, but I didn't this time for the sake of seeing how it truly pays off, because I do that about half the time. So I wanted to see how it actually pays off without that, and I'm impressed. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this Play It Cool shade, and I'm going to lay that down first, and then I'm going to go behind that and top it with the Bear With Me color. Just in the center. And the thing about these liquid lipsticks, I really like the applicator, because it's got a little curvature to it like that hugs your lips really nice. That's a really pretty color, my gosh. I'm a sucker for cool tones and for mauve tones. In a world full of girls that just want warm tones, I want cool tones. I love cool tones. Now I do warm toned looks, and I like them, and I think they're very pretty. And I think other people that do them are very pretty and they look nice. But something about me just always gravitates towards cool tones, even though have warm undertones in my skin. I just really like something about it. Like, look how this looks. Cool. Like, doesn't that like have such a nice appeal to it? So for the next step that I'm going to do, I don't even know, do I want to do that? I'm going to do it because I said I was going to do it. This is the Bear With Me, and I'm going to take that on my finger as to not, because I don't know why that bothers me so much when you get another color of lipstick or whatever on your other doe foot. I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit on my finger and start blending that into that Play It Cool color. And if you have a lip brush, it doesn't have to be just a lip brush, but that'll really work well doing this part, but I'm just doing it with my finger because I'm fine with that. I'm just diffusing that color just like that. I really like how that looks too. I don't know if I like the dark color better or if I like the with the pink on top. What do you guys think? That's super pretty. I really like that. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below, do you have this Mickey palette? Do you have the mini one? Do you have any Dose of colors? And if you do, how do you feel about them? And is there another liquid lip or eyeshadow palette? Because I know they have a lot of those smaller eyeshadow palettes, like the Pretty Cool one, and I think one's called Blushing Berries, and there is a, I want the Pretty Cool one, but I think there's one that's got a lot of mauve tones in it, like I was just talking about, that I really wanted also. But let me know in the comments below, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you don't want to miss out. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss out. You don't. So subscribe. Click the button. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!